Most teams only train for 1 hour each week, so it's really important that we keep them active throughout that entire session. We need them throwing and catching the ball as many times as possible throughout the whole training session.
If you don't think ahead, you spend lots of training time organising and reorganising players for each activity.
I find that by the time that you've got them organised, about 5 minutes could have passed, and then you want to keep them in that same formation for as long a period as time. And if you keep doing the same drill again and again, then kids can get really bored.
In this unit, we'll go through how to solve this problem in 2 ways. Firstly, how to concisely get players into the required formation, and also how to easily vary activities so players don't get bored doing the same activity over and over. Let's go through organising your players quickly. Let's see if in 4 phrases or less you can get your players organised into the following formations. The first one, in pairs. Each pair with a ball, one standing on the transverse line, the other out in front of them.
I want you, everyone get with a partner. Go, get with a partner. Quick, there you go. Okay, one of you go and get a netball from over there. Go back to your partner. If you've got the ball, come and stand on the transverse line. And then partners, come and stand out in evenly spaced for me, throwers. And partners, come and stand out in front of your partner, level with me. Beautiful.
The next one, in 3s, each group with 2 balls, and in half a third for each group.
Get into groups of 3. So let's have 3 standing there, 3 behind each other here, and 3 standing here. Beautiful. You're over here. Great. The leader, you go and get 2 balls for your group. Great. Your group, you go there. This group, you go on the far side over there. And this group, you're in this space here. Girls, so each of your groups has half of a third. Put a line down the middle of the court. You're on that side, and then you're on that side. So that's your whole space there. That's your whole space there.
And lastly, in 2 lines, one on each side of the court, even numbers in each line.
Can we have you in 2 groups? Half behind that cone and half behind that cone. Beautiful. And can you lift up your cone and go and position your team over on that sideline over there? You can run over. Yeah. Facing this group. Great. And behind each other. Great.
Now it's your turn. Organise your team so there's an equal number of players in each corner of a third. Which 3 statements would you use to organise your players? 3 players stand in each corner of the third. Get into equal groups behind the markers. Place 4 markers on the sideline. Go and stand with an equal number in each corner of a third. Get 1 player to stand in each corner of the third. Tell each group to stand in the corner of the third. 2 players stand behind each player in the corners. Here's how I would instruct my players.
Girls, can we have you in 4 different groups? So we want 3 behind that cone, 3 behind that cone, 3 and 3. Great. So this group, you stay where you are. This group, take your cone over to that corner. This group to that corner. That group to that corner. Great. This time, now just move your cones in about 1 metre or 2 from the corner. Great.
The younger the players, the more specific you need to be. Organising them into even groups over near you and then instructing them where to stand is easier than saying, go and stand with an equal number in each corner of a third. When the players are older, you will probably say this, so they have to think a bit more for themselves. The more you coach, the more you'll find out the easiest ways to organise your team. Now organise your team so they are in pairs down the middle of the court. Each pair should be made up of one player with a coloured bib and the other without a bib. Choose the 4 statements that you would use to set up the players into this setup. The players without the bib line up down the middle of the court, evenly spaced. Get into 2 lines. Each player with a bib stands next to a player without a bib. Get into pairs. Allocate 1 line to put on bibs. With your partners, stand evenly down the middle of the court. Here's how I would instruct my players.
This time we need to be in 2 even groups. So half behind that cone and half behind that cone. So it'll be 6 in each group. And can this group each grab a bib and put them on? Do you want to grab a ball? Great. Can this team without bibs line up evenly spaced from goalpost to goalpost? Run out. Evenly spaced. So have a look at the court, 6 of you, and you go and man up on 1 player each. Run out to a player by yourself.
This time organise your team so they are in 4 lines behind the transverse line, 3 players in each line. The front player in each group needs a ball. Which 3 statements would you use to organise your players? 3 players stand behind each marker. The leaders of each group go and get a ball. Place 4 markers evenly spaced on the transverse line. 3 players stand behind here, 3 players here, etc. Here's how I would instruct my players.
Can we have 4 even groups? So we want 3 people behind each cone facing that way. Great, 3 people in each. Great, can the leader run and get a ball and come back to your group?
What points should you remember when organising players into groups or different positions? Be concise. Markers are useful. Be very specific. That's right. Keep your instructions concise, be specific, and markers will be very useful. Hopefully that gives you a great start to helping organise your players smoothly. Give it a go in your next training sessions and you'll get better with each session.